wearing a slightly flour-dusted apron over his jeans and a t-shirt, peeked his head out from the small kitchenette. He had a wooden spoon in one hand and a dish towel slung over his shoulder. "Oh, good," Jack whispered back, rushing over to help her steady the box. "Where's the birthday girl? Jonna. She's in the kitchen keeping an eye on your birthday dinner," Chrissy said, setting the box down on the small dining table. Jack raised an eyebrow. "Who's keeping an eye on her?" Before Chrissy could answer, Jack leaned in closer to the box, peering through the clear cellophane window on the lid. His brow furrowed. "U-H, Chrissy? Yeah. Why does this cake say happy birthday? Jimmy?" Chrissy beamed, completely missing his tone of concern. "Oh, that, well, you know how we're always trying to save a little money. I went to the bakery, and I saw this cake sitting there. The baker said some guy named Jimmy never picked it up, so he sold it to me at half price." Jack rubbed his temples. "Chrissy, if you give Jonna a cake that says Jimmy, she just might notice that it's not meant for her." "Oh, it's easily fixed," Chrissy said, waving her hand dismissively. "All I have to do is scrape off the mice so it reads happy birthday. J, which is even better. It has that informal, personalized touch." Jack sighed. "Where are you going?" "Into the kitchen to fix the cake with a butter knife," Chrissy said, already turning away. "What about Jonna?" Jack asked, grabbing her arm. "I like her the way she is. Please don't fix Jonna. I mean, what if she sees me fixing the cake?" Chrissy clarified, her blue eyes wide with sudden worry. "It'll spoil the whole surprise." Jack looked at her incredulously. "Chrissy, she knows it's her birthday. She knows I'm cooking a special dinner to celebrate. She even told you which bakery to buy the cake from. It's not exactly a state secret." "Well, that's what I mean," Chrissy insisted. "One more hint and she's gonna know for sure." "Okay, I'll do it later." She shoved the box toward the wall, out of immediate sight. "What did you get Jonna for her birthday?" Jack leaned against the counter, a faint smile touching his lips. "Oh, I got her a terrific scarf. Silk, really nice pattern." "Oh, that's nice," Chrissy said, though her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. She looked down at her hands. "Well, it's not only pretty, it's practical. It goes with all her outfits, too." She paused, her voice dropping a register. "I wish I could raise some money to get Jonna a real present." Jack's expression softened. He knew how much Chrissy hated being broke. They were all broke, constantly pooling their meager resources just to make the monthly rent. "Hey, you're cooking dinner tonight, Chrissy." "I'm just doing the prep. Your effort is more than enough." Just then, Jonna emerged from the kitchen. She wiped her hands on a towel, her dark curly hair framing a tired but happy face. "Hi, guys," Jana said brightly. "What are you whispering about?" "Nothing," Chrissy squeaked. "Just discussing the culinary arts," Jack added smoothly. Before the conversation could continue, there was a heavy, authoritative knock at the door. Jack exchanged a look with the girls before walking over and pulling it open. Stanley Roper stood in the hallway, dressed in a faded cardigan and high-waisted slacks. He looked from Jack to Johnny to Chrissy and then back to Jack. "Hi, Mr. Roper," Jack said cautiously. "Would you excuse us, please?" Stanley directed the question to the girls, though he didn't wait for an answer. "I want to talk to Jack." "Do you want to be alone?" Chrissy asked innocently. "No, I want to talk to Jack," Stanley repeated, his patience already wearing thin. Johnny grabbed Chrissy's arm. "Come on, Chrissy. Let's go check on the onions." Once the girls had scurried into the kitchen, Jack gestured to the living room. "Okay, just be a minute. Want to sit down?" Stanley ignored the offer, crossing his arms and surveying the apartment with his usual air of mild disdain. "Do you enjoy being here?" Jack blinked. "You mean with you?" "No, I mean in this apartment." "Yeah, it's fine. We love it." "That's good," Stanley said slowly, rocking back on his heels. "You don't mind if I'm a little nosy, do you?" "Well, we're getting used to it," Jack replied, unable to resist a small dig. Stanley cleared his throat, leaning in closer. "I was just wondering, did you ever take out a girl before?" Jack froze. He had to remember his cover story. To Stanley Roper, Jack Tripper was an absolute, unquestionable homosexual. It was the only reason Stanley allowed a man to live with two young women in his building. Jack had to play the part to keep a roof over his head. "Before what?" Jack asked, playing dumb. "I mean, it's not against the rules for you fellas, is it?" "Rules?" Stanley stumbled over his words, trying to be what he considered delicate. "I mean, because, well, like I go out with other guys sometimes to go bowling or go to a ball game." "Oh," Jack said, forcing a bright, airy tone. "Well, I could do that with a girl, I guess." "Go bowling?" "Sure, that's terrific," Stanley said, looking genuinely relieved. "Because I wouldn't want you to do anything that would go against your religion." Jack suppressed a laugh. "I'm not sure I'm following you, Mr. Roper." Stanley sighed, deciding to just spit it out. "Well, see, we have this niece visiting us from New York, and Mrs. Roper and I were just wondering if it would be all right if she went out with you tonight." "You want me to go out with your niece?" Jack asked, genuinely surprised. "Yeah," Stanley nodded eagerly. "But you don't have to go anywhere where you might bump into some of your friends. You know." Oh, well, thank you. Well, I mean, you could take her dancing, Stanley offered, pressing his luck.